that if you die a martyr, you go to heaven with 42 virgins waiting for you. I'd like to have the virgins here, not in heaven.
No, sa amin. Ano sabi nila? Take the supreme sacrifice. And I think you know it also. Now, kung meron mang supreme sacrifice, Marlon, yung number 2 should do and start initiating the supreme sacrifice. Let Lenny withdraw. Withdraw, Lenny.
Mga solo parent na babae na nireregla pa. Nay, malinaw, nireregla pa. At nalulungkot. Minsan sa isang taon, pwede sumiping ho sa akin.
How can women lead when the world only sees how we look? I am Maya, who aspires to be a politician someday. Ever since I was young, I've dreamed of becoming a leader, someone who can make real change. But growing up, I noticed something. It didn't seem to matter how smart or capable a woman was. What mattered more was how she looked.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are joined by no other than the stunning, the beautiful Senator Valdez. Senator Valdez, welcome to our show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Wow, Senator, you look lovely. I just have to ask, how do you manage to stay so gorgeous while dealing with the stress of politics?
Well, you know, Mr. Cruz, I focus more on serving the people. It's not about how you look, but it's about what you do for our country.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Of course. Of course. I mean, like, beauty and brains all together, and I just have to say, you are a real head turner.
Thank you, but I hope people will look at me or look for what I do for our country.
Right, yeah, sure, of course. I'm just saying, I'm glad that our Senate got a little prettier. Am I right? Come back after this break. Woo.
Hey Maya, sorry I'm late.
It's okay.
You okay? You look like you lost a debate or something.
I was watching Senator Valdez earlier. Everyone kept talking about how pretty she is. But no one even asked what is her plan for the country. I'm starting to think that maybe in politics, looks really matter more than anyone else or anything else.
Well, I guess that's just how it is. Everybody judges female politicians by their looks. Well, if you don't play the game, you just get left behind.
But shouldn't skills and leadership be more important?
Well, sure. But what can you do? You can't just change how other people think overnight. Might as well work with it.
must be Maya.
Yes po.
I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you po.
Welcome. You're exactly what we need. Someone who cares more about leading than about fitting into the old system. Before we begin, let's be clear. This program is about reshaping leadership culture. We will focus on three major steps. First is to promote healthy masculinity and empathy. According to the World Economic Forum, more than 162 years will pass before the gender gap in politics is closed. Despite centuries of legal, political, and social activism by feminists and women's organizations, there is still gender inequality in politics. In this program, we will create workshops to teach leaders to lead with respect, not dominance. Some have suggested that the difference in general levels of empathy among liberals and conservatives could be playing a role in shaping their differing political attitudes. Second is power sharing and inclusive decision making. According to David Jackson of Berghoff Foundation, inclusive governance and accountability are central to addressing the economic factors driving conflict, as well as perceptions of corruption, injustice, and feelings of political marginalization. Essentially, it can help build the resilience of communities by restoring social cohesion, facilitating participation, distributing resources, and safeguarding minority rights. With this, we will implement simulated council meetings where everyone, regardless of gender, must lead projects based on skills, not appearance. Lastly is the implementation of Anti-Sexist Governance Act. To prevent and penalize several forms of gender-based sexual harassment, the SC of the Philippines issues organic guidelines on the use of gender-fair language and gender-fair courtroom etiquette, which was approved on February 15, 2022. To implement this, we'll be having training sessions on how to recognize and challenge sexist language and practices. I know it's easy to feel like you have to play by society's rule, but real leadership isn't about how you look. It's about how you think, how you listen, and how you lift others up. Here, we're building new kind of leadership. One that's inclusive, empathetic, and fair. One where women and anyone else don't have to be anything but themselves to be heard.
That was very informative. I want to be part of that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we take a historic step forward. For too long, women leaders have been judged by how they look, not by what they can do. This has to end now. That's why we are pushing for Anti-Sexist Governance Act, a law that will ban sexist language and discriminatory practices in government institutions. This act will protect every public servant's right to be protected for their responsibilities, not reduced to their physical appearance. Because leadership is not about beauty, it's about service, and everyone deserves a fair chance to lead. We are not starting from scratch. According to a 2022 report by the Philippine Commission on Women, 60% of women in government have reported experiencing gender-based discrimination or harassment in professional settings, often in the form of comments about appearance, tone of voice, or personal life. And yet, despite these challenges, women continue to perform effectively. The World Bank and UNDP have both found that countries with higher gender representation in government tend to perform better in social equity, transparency, and development. In short, when women lead, nations benefit, but they need a level playing field. To begin with, we're proposing 3 concrete steps. Step 1. All government offices will implement mandatory gender sensitivity training and seminars on healthy masculinity, empathy, and power sharing, designed in partnership with the Civil Service Commission and Commission on Human Rights. This program will be guided by models like Sweden's gender mainstreaming policy and tailored to Filipino culture. Step 2. A dedicated anti-sexist oversight body will create within each local government unit, or LGU, to receive, process, and address sexist behavior, from offhand remarks to policy discrimination, similar to how HR departments track harassment cases in professional organizations. Step 3. A public education campaign will be launched using digital platforms, school, and barangay level drives to shift the culture around leadership. We'll collaborate with DepEd, CHED, and local media to target both young voters and political institutions. We are not asking for a new budget line, only a smarter use of existing ones. The Gender and Development, or GAD Fund, already mandated in every government office, will finance these efforts. Experts from Ateneo de Manila University John Gokong Wei School of Management, UP Center for Women's and Gender Studies, and UN Women Philippines have expressed willingness to support the development of toolkits and trainings. We recognize that cultural change won't be easy. Some may claim we are overreacting, that this is too sensitive, or that jokes are harmless. But according to research from the Asian Development Bank, microaggressions and sexist humor significantly impact women's confidence and leadership aspirations. Others may argue that elections are popularity contests and that appearance matters whether we like it or not. To address these challenges, we will roll out pilot programs in select LGUs first. These pilot areas will serve as models, and the law will be refined based on real community feedback before nationwide rollout. We will also work with local service or local civil society organizations to build trust, especially in conservative or rural areas. This is more than a law. It's a shift in values. We're not asking the public to ignore image. We are asking them to look deeper at a candidate's policy, their track record, their vision. This is how we build a better country, not by erasing women, but finally seeing them.
Welcome back, everyone. Tonight we are joined by one of the newest faces filing for candidacy, Maya. Maya, nice to meet you. Welcome to the show.
So glad to be on the show.
Look, Maya, you are one of the youngest candidates we've seen filing for public office, and I would like to ask, because some people think that a candidate's appearance can make or break their success. What is your take on that?
I believe that the idea that appearance is everything is a mistake we need to correct. Just because many people believe it, it doesn't mean it's true. This is an example of ad populum policy. When we accept something as right just because it's popular. Leadership isn't about how you look on poster or TV screen. It's about the work you do, the lives you impact, and the changes you fight for.
Because a research conducted at the University of Göttingen discovered the absence of significant correlation between physical attractiveness and features such as extroversion or sociability. Self-perception and not actual physical appearance were a more influential factor in the shaping of such behavior. While usually it is presumed that good-looking individuals are smarter, empirical investigations have indicated that such an assumption does not prevail with true intelligence measures, particularly in very good-looking individuals.
Wow, I'm speechless. That was very well said. So let me ask you this. What should the people look for in candidates like yourself?
They should ask, what is this candidate vision? What have they done to serve others? Are they ready to lead with empathy, fairness, and strength? Not just a smile for a camera. That's how we build a better future.
Wow, Maya, thank you very much. That was a very powerful message and very enlightening tonight. And I think we should call that a wrap. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Ciao!